Good day, warm welcome to this meditation experience. And this might sound a bit cliched or overused, but yet again, we are going to look at this concept of balance. And I was actually reminded of it because of a recent incident within the organization, the Brahma Kumaris. So these meditation experiences are informed by the teachings of the Brahma Kumaris. And so one of the senior members of the organization, who is known as Brother Nirvair and played the role of Secretary General, he recently passed away. And so everyone, of course, is not sad, but really inspired by the legacy he has left, the example of spirituality that he embodied. And one thing that I found always, there's many, many qualities we could explore to honor that soul. But one I always found very interesting and is quite common within the organization, not so common in the world outside, is this balanced personality. So the soul had tremendous um, responsibility, an incredible, unlimited leadership role. All of this requires a lot of personal power to be able to fulfill those responsibilities, be an effective leader, requires incredible personal power and self mastery. But the way he came across was very gentle, very soft, very compassionate. So, this wonderful balance of power, strength, leadership, vision, but also almost like a mother, very soft, very gentle, very easygoing. It's very easy to not even appreciate how much that soul was doing because they were so easygoing. So this balanced personality. Now, when I hear people talk about balance, they want more balance in their life. It seems like they're always looking outside of what kind of adjustments they need to make between maybe, we say work life, which is so odd, but work and play or work and family or work and leisure. What kind of adjustments? Maybe more time for this, less time for that, some sort of outer adjustment. But I actually think the secret to a balanced life is to move towards that kind of balanced personality Brother never had. Yes, we all need more balance in our lives, but it's not outside. It's to have this very full, complete, balanced personality, which allows us to move through life in such an effective and healthy way. So let's go inside and see if we can start to explore this inner balance rather than being ones of extremes. Sitting comfortably and experimenting with eyes open, if you choose, that is already a state of balance. To be very aware of the outer world, but also very aware of my inner world, not one extreme or the other, becoming so engrossed in the doingness of the outer world. My being is just crying inside, but also not so absorbed in my inner world that I actually have to shut out the outer world, separate. Having my eyes comfortably open is a declaration of balance between the inner and the outer. So as the eyes are open, my physical senses still working, I begin to look inwards at the state of my inner world. And if anyone knows my inner world best, it should be me. I'm here inside. I, the life force in this body. And if I am honest with myself, I am aware that very often my inner world is one of extremes, swinging from happiness to sorrow, from busyness to boredom, intensity on the extremes. It makes for a roller coaster inside. A lot of activity, but very little result. Today, I want to get off the roller coaster and explore the idea of balance, a very stable inner world. This beautiful balance, very healthy, a very loving and peaceful inner world, and yet also not prone to influence, able to maintain that state through freedom and detachment. I bring in front of my mind's eye the image of a seesaw. There are the two ends. Sometimes one end is higher, the other lower. And that is my usual state. But today, to have the seesaw completely stable, completely flat, both sides equal. And that seesaw is balanced on a single point. The secret to balance is my alignment, that point, achieving a point of balance inside. The awareness that I am a point of life, a soul that acts through this body. I am a being, but a being that can also do. As a being, my deepest nature is actually balance, the bliss of balance. A very delicate, soft side to me that's peaceful, loving, kind, compassionate, forgiving. And what protects that very soft side of the self are my other qualities. Very powerful, very truthful, very clear, very determined, very resilient and strong. Both of these aspects are present in the single point that I am. When I forget I'm a soul and start to identify with the body, the way I am perceived through the body and the roles I play, I very quickly come out of balance. If I have to play a role of leadership, I start to focus more on the power qualities and might leave the gentler side of me in the dark. And if I'm playing a more nurturing role, I might emerge my softer qualities, but become oversensitive due to a lack of power. And in either role, I'm not appearing at my best, offering my best. But the moment I remember I am this wonderful point of life, a soul, and as a soul, yes, a child of God, the master of balance, I begin to feel both sides of myself equally blended, integrated. The power of love, the strength of serenity, the resilience of being authentic. This beautiful state of balance makes me feel so anchored, so grounded, so safe, and yet also so free, so light, so unlimited. If I can achieve this inner balance inside through stabilizing in the point, just remembering I am this wonderful being, a soul with this incredible spiritual DNA as a child of God. It's like magic. How I move through the world will be so unique. This beautiful blend of power and purity, strength and gentleness, able to contribute so much more to a world that's out of balance, in extremes, moving through the world as a healthy presence, a completely balanced soul. This is the kind of balance I would like more of in my life. Thank you for joining. Wishing you a very balanced day. Om Shanti.